640 WJOL. Good morning. It is a Tuesday, and it's time to spend some time with our friends at NuMark Credit Union today. I'm excited because I'm a big fan of Halloween. We're going to be talking with our friends from NuMark and from the police department here in the city of Crest Hill. Before we introduce you, we want you to know that if you're ready for a free checking account that pays you, start earning cash back with NuMark Credit Union by opening a common sense or high yield checking account. With every new free checking account open in October, you'll receive a free mini waffle maker. How cool is that? While supplies last. Call 815-729-3211 or visit a NuMark office near you. Coming up at the end of the program, going to give you a $25 Visa gift card. Yeah. How do you win? Well, you listen. Over the next several minutes, we're going to give you the answer to a question that we will ask, and you'll be asked to be a certain caller at the end of the program. And if you are, and you get the answer right, you're going to be winner of a $25 Visa gift card, compliments of our friends at NuMark Credit Union. And Tina Oberlin is a longtime NuMark Credit Union teller supervisor. She joins us on the Turk Furniture studio line. Hi, Tina.
Hi, Scott. How are you this morning?
Good. I don't mean to make you feel older or anything like that, because you're not old at all. But I did describe you as a long-time teller supervisor. You've been a NuMark for a long time.
I just celebrated my 10th anniversary last week. Wow. So I'm in my 11th year. Yeah. That is a long time.
It is a long time. Absolutely it is. So today we're going to be talking about Halloween safety tips. And I love this, and we do this. This is a tradition here on Money Talk, and we bring in a representative of the police department. And today we'd like to welcome in Ryan Dobchek. He is the deputy chief with the city of Crest Hill, and he also is on the Turk Furniture studio line. Hello, Deputy Chief.
Hey, Scott. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we like having you guys on. We like talking about the little ones that'll be going out here very, very soon. So let's jump right in. Tina, real quick, before we go too much further, let's talk a little bit about what you do, your role as NuMark teller supervisor, because I've had great service every time I've gone to NuMark, so you guys must be doing your job.
Well, I appreciate that, Scott, because truly, our member service is my number one goal, and that's what I try very hard to instill in all of our wonderful employees there, that, if it wasn't for our members, we would not be there, and I just think that's my biggest role, and there's no job too small for me, too big. I pretty much will field anything my way, and I'm happy to help anybody who needs assistance in any way, and I really treasure all those moments. So I have a pretty widespread job there, but I do it every day with a big smile. I love helping people.
Well, that's great. Ryan, what about you? Let's talk a little bit about how long you've been with Crest Hill PD and where you came from, and how long you've been in law enforcement. And by the way, thank you, and it is for a service. Thank you for your service. We appreciate it.
I appreciate that, Scott. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Tina. I have also, my last two vehicles, I've used NuMark Credit Union to purchase. So I like to give her a shout out and, again, recommend a good business in our town. So there's that to start with. For me, I have also completed my 18th year at the Crest Hill Police Department. I'm in year 19. So I was promoted to deputy chief last year. So I just kind of got through my first year. And I'm excited to be a part of the department as we move forward and moving to that new building, which will be right around the corner. And I'm excited to talk about Halloween and how to stay safe during this time of year.
Ryan, where'd you grow up? Where are you from originally?
So I grew up in Joliet, lifelong resident. I went to a small Christian school in Joliet called Ridgewood Baptist.
Yeah.
And I went to Joliet Junior College for a couple years, went to Lewis University to finish out. And so, yeah, I've definitely been in Will County for a long time.
I feel bad asking this. I should know the answer. Is Ridgewood Baptist still around?
Ridgewood Baptist Academy is no longer around. However, the church is still around.
Good.
And they're doing good things there over on Hillcrest in Joliet.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly where it is. Spent a lot of time over in that part of the city when we had our radio station over on the east side of Joliet off Walnut Street. So, yeah, I know it very, very well. All right, let's get into this. Deputy Chief Dobchik, we are with our kids. We have costumes on. We're about to begin trick-or-treating. Give us some tips. What should parents do to protect our children while they are out?
All right. Well, again, one of the things that we like to recommend is that the kids, that they don't go out alone, that they stay in groups. And so we recommend that they stay in groups. One of the things, too, is just having a plan for what neighborhoods you're going to be in and letting your parents or loved ones know where you're going to be. As a reminder, again, for the city of Crest Hill, our Halloween hours are from 4 to 7 this year. So, it's probably going to get a little bit dark at that tail end at that 7 o'clock hour. So it's important that everybody knows where everybody's at. One of the things that's important, we like to remind our kids is to stay on the sidewalks. Sometimes we like to cut through yards or alleys, and that's when, we can jeopardize some safety by doing that. So, by staying in those well-lit areas in the streets, on the sidewalks, we can keep them safe. One of the things that I use for my kids personally, a little bit of technology, is there's a Life 360 app. You can get that on Apple Store or Google. And that's a good app because you can literally track where your kids are at. So I use that with my kids a lot. And so that's an important thing to keep in mind as well. The bottom line is we just ask people to stay alert. If you see something, say something. We ask that you contact the police if you see anything suspicious. Crest Hill Police is going to be having some extra officers patrolling during those trick-or-treat hours. So again, we're going to be out there making sure you guys are staying safe, but we do kind of rely if there's something that doesn't look quite right that you give us a call and let us know about it.
All right, I like that. Deputy Chief Dobchik, tips for adults giving out candy that night. And there's a lot of craziness going on right now. All you have to do is watch the news, any news channel at all, and you're going to see the craziness that's out there. So adults, I think, should go out of their way to make sure that kids and parents are safe and feel safe when they come up to the home.
That's right. So, one of the most important things is just making sure that your house is well lit and that that when the kids and parents are coming up to your house, they know that you're kind of participating. One of the things that we encourage kids to do is just sometimes, this is kind of an unusual time where we literally go around and introduce ourselves to strangers. But, as residents, we ask that, sometimes if the weather's cold or if it's raining, we like to maybe invite the kids in just so they stay warm or dry from the rain. But that's one of the big things. We just make sure never invite kids into your house. And that's something that we just want to make sure that they know that they can participate, but don't have anybody come inside. One of the big things too that we want to talk about is when you're driving around. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of pedestrians. Just make sure that you're alert, giving yourself extra time if you are driving around. Bottom line is have fun. The kids, if you're into it, they're going to be into it. And so we have a lot of residents that really have great enthusiasm and personality. And so that's another thing. We just encourage everybody to have fun.
Yeah, fun's what it's all about, no doubt about that. Tina, let's start with you. Let's talk about some low-risk Halloween activities that can be done in place of door-to-door or trick-or-treating. Some parents don't want to do that. I understand. So what are some of the things that you might have for parents or grandparents listening right now to give them some options, if you will?
Well, if I could just add, too, to the people giving out candy, to make sure they were giving out wrapped candy. And, the days of homemade goods are over with because children are it's too risky. So one thing I just wanted to add, it's not like it was in our day, So as far as there's a lot of people now that are doing trunk or treats where groups of people, churches, schools, Girl Scouts, whatever, will get together and have trunk or treats, which is a great activity because kids still get quasi trick-or-treating, home parties, neighborhood parties, block parties. There's all kinds of different events you can put together for your particular area. You live in a subdivision, there's 4 blocks, have a party there for the kids, and most of the people will know each other there. So there's lots of alternatives to that, but know me, I'm old-fashioned. Nothing beats that going to door for candy. I loved it as a child, and I love seeing the children at my house.
Yep, no doubt. Chief, what about you? Any ideas, things that you've seen or maybe done with your kids?
Yeah, obviously Halloween's all about some scary movies. And so, one of the things you could do is just have a movie night and watch maybe some fun, scary movies. One of my favorite movies of all time is the original Ghostbusters from 1984. And so, I know a lot of people have a traditional movie that they like to watch. And so it's just a fun way to spend time with some friends and family where, again, you can stay safe in the safety of your own home and still kind of enjoy the holiday as well.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. You want good memories and good experiences from Halloween. That's something the kids will remember forever. I mean, some of my best memories are, running around the neighborhood like a crazy little man back in the day, and things are a little bit different now, but there's still plenty of fun to be had. Tina, COVID has changed the way we do things. Halloween, obviously, is just a couple of weeks away. Anything that you would think of to maybe help the little ones when they're out in terms of staying healthy?
Well, I mean, healthy and safe. You want to make sure they have some reflectivity on their costumes so that you can spot them. You want them to go in groups, as our deputy said. I recommend there's always an adult with the groups because it's just a safer thing. And a lot of them will be wearing masks for their costumes, but they might not really be COVID masks. Once again, it's a parent's decision. Do they want to put a mask on under their child? I think they're already back in school, so probably I would guess most of them won't. But it's something to consider, with the current climate we have, especially if their costume will let you incorporate the mask into it.
That's very true. It's a good point. Deputy Chief Dobson, let's talk about pet lovers for a minute. All right. I know I have a dog. Dog looks really scary. She's a sweetheart, but she's getting a little older, and she loves kids, and she's super gentle, but probably not have her greet everyone at the door, right?
That's exactly right. So I'm married to probably one of the biggest dog lovers and pet lovers on the planet. And so we've got 2 dogs in our house, and it's just whenever somebody comes, they bark. They put their ferocious bark, but they're just real sweethearts of dogs. So again, we encourage the residents to make sure you keep your pets inside the house. If you are outside giving candy, we just recommend that you keep your pets on a leash. And even for those that maybe if you go to a resident and you see a dog is outside, just make sure to ask the owner if it's okay to pet the dog and that sort of thing. That's always kind of good etiquette and protocol, because some dogs are very excited and playful and they love to be petted, but some dogs get a little skittish on that. The other thing that we want to talk about pet lovers too, and this usually deals more with when the kids are bringing the candy home. Obviously the kids are going to be bring a lot of candy, which includes chocolate. So we got to make sure that we kind of keep that candy out of where the dogs can get it, because we know bad things happen, especially when dogs get their hands on some chocolate. So that's the other thing you want to think about too. Make sure when you get that candy, if you have pets, that it's put in a spot where the dogs and other pets can't get to it.
Yeah, it's a good point. Chocolate and dogs, that's not a good mix. No doubt about it. All right, Ryan, the end of Halloween night. Kids are home. They have their pillowcase full of food, their little plastic pumpkins full of candy. What should we do before we start eating candy?
Right. So again, Tina kind of hit on before, and that's making sure that we have our parents, our loved ones kind of inspecting that candy. And, if there is anything that kind of looks, that doesn't look like it's been sealed or it looks like it's been tampered with, we just ask that you pitch that sort of stuff. There's a lot of times where just, there's no harm in some of that sort of stuff. It just kind of gets messed up or something. But again, we just make sure that you look at it with your kids, and again, don't be afraid to throw some of that stuff away. I know one of the things that some of the residents and some of our people in town have been talking about is some of the potential fentanyl and some of the rumors of that. we're worried about that hitting our street. So I have a really good website that kind of really talks about that and gives some more information. If you've heard about that on social media and you're not quite sure about this, I'm going to give you a website right now. So it's www.dea.gov/1till. I'll say it again. It's www.dea.gov/1till. And again, one till is one word. And that has a lot of good information on some of this candy that is potential dangerous to some of our kids. So again, take a look at the website, see it. If you see anything that looks suspicious, don't hesitate to call the police. That's what we're there for. So we encourage everybody, if they're concerned about that, look at that website. And again, if they think they got something suspicious that doesn't seem right, give us a call and we'll come out and take a look at it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Ryan, for everyone, just be safe, have fun. I mean, just remember when you were a little kid, make the night special for little kids that come up to your door. Probably put a light on so people know that you are home trick-or-treating, or maybe leave the front door, the inside door open so people know. That way kids aren't going up and bothering people that don't want to participate. But at the end of the day, have fun, be safe, and be a kid, right?
That's right.
Yes, but safely be a kid. Deputy Chief Ryan Dobczyk, thank you very much. Tina Oberlin, Teller Supervisor with NuMark, thank you very much. Nice talking to you both, and happy Halloween. And I'll be coming by, Tina, for my candy bar. I will take a Hershey's almond bar, okay?
Well, I will get that for you. I do eat full-size Reese pumpkins to give out.
Oh, look at you.
So if you want me, I'll get you your special one, Scott. I know how much you like your specialty.
Exactly right.
Thank you, Ryan,
yes.
Thank you, Ryan, for coming in, and I appreciate you. And you know that I adore you. So thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, Scott.
Thanks for having us.
Take care. Ryan Dobczyk, Deputy Chief, City of Crest Hill, and Tina Oberlin, Teller Supervisor with NuMark Credit Union. All right, now I have a treat for you listeners. I have a $25 Visa gift card, compliments of NuMark Credit Union. I need to know what the trick-or-treat hours are for Crest Hill. Ryan said them twice. What time does trick-or-treating start on the 31st, and what time does it end? First correct caller on the Turk Furniture studio line at 815-254-7300 is going to get a $25 Visa gift card. Hi, good morning. You're on WJOL. This is Money Talk, brought to you by NuMark. Who's this?
Lois.
Hi, Lois. Where are you calling from?
Joliet.
Lois from Joliet. What are the trick-or-treat hours, Lois of Joliet, in Crest Hill?
4 to 7 p.m.
You got it exactly right. Nicely done, young lady. You got a $25 card. Hang on, okay? Woo!
Thank you.
I like it when a winner goes woo. Give me one more woo.
Woo!
There we go. That was better than the first one, as a matter of fact. Well done. Well done.
you.
All right, it's going to wrap things up for our Money Talk segment today, brought to you by NuMark Credit Union. We want to remind you, if you're ready for a free checking account that pays you, start earning cash back with NuMark Credit Union by opening a common sense or high yield checking account. With every new free checking account opened in October, you're going to get a free mini waffle maker while supplies last. Call 815-729-3211 or visit a NuMark office near you.